Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Fix This. Here we will be showing you how to replace the lid switch on a Whirlpool washer. And on this particular washer, the lid switch will allow it to not spin, however it still will fill with water and agitate. So as you can see, it's filling with water. I've got it on spin. Push down on the lid and you can hear it kick in and start spinning. A lot of times these lid switches are plastic and you can see it wiggles around and it gets loose, and the plastic housing on the lid switch separates. So in order to get to that lid switch, we are going to remove the control panel screws, just 2 of them, and then that panel will flip up and out of the way. And we're going to unplug the lid switch and 2 little tabs on either side of it that will free that bracket. And I just push it down, it's not going anywhere. And then there are 2 brackets that will connect the frame of the washer to the back plate, and you just pop those out with a flathead screwdriver. Remove the screws for the lid switch. And you can remove the screws later if you want. I just do it right there because it's a little easier. And you're just going to pull the front frame away from the washer. And I'm kind of looking through the lid here to remove this screw, but this customer actually had plenty of room. I'll show you here in a bit. I should have just waited and done it later after it's down like that, and then you can get in and remove that screw. So I would do it then after I put the front down. Sometimes there's not enough room though. That lid switch is just held in place by a couple of tabs, so you just pop the switch out of those brackets. Here's the new switch. I'm gonna plug it back up into the slot for the Molex plug, and it does go a certain way. As you can see, it didn't go one way, so flip it around and then it will go in. Sorry for the video quality on this. I'm trying to video and do it one-handed, so it gets a little more difficult. So the video will cut away when I have to clip this other bracket in, but it just pops in place. It's super easy. Once the lid switch is in place, you're going to grab your 5/16 nut driver and reattach the screw. Now honestly, you probably want to reattach the lid switch down there too. I did it later and it's a little more difficult, but you could do the lid switch while it's down. So to put the frame on, I like to tip it forward, look down through the lid, and you line the bottom of the front of the washer up with the frame, and then you just set the whole casing down. Gonna have to wiggle it around sometimes to get it to line up just right, but it'll pop into place. Once that's done, you're going to put the brackets on to hold the frame to the casing. And here's where I'm screwing the lid switch in, but you kind of have to feel up, grab the switch, line it up, put the screws in. If you do it when the frame's down, it's a little easier to see. Sometimes I'll step inside the frame, depending on the floor, if it's level or if it's carpet, but you don't want to ruin the washer by stepping in the frame, so that's why I did it then. Make sure you plug the lid switch back in and rotate the control panel back down. The back part of the panel goes in first, and then the front should snap down. Be a little tricky sometimes getting the brackets to move how you want them to. Going to reattach the 2 screws that hold the panel down, and that's all there is to it. A simple do-it-yourself repair on how to replace the lid switch on a Whirlpool washer, Maytag. Sorry, it doesn't work for the newer Maytags, but the Whirlpool, Kitchenaid, Kenmore, a pretty simple fix.